Rumours have recently been circulating as regards a Mac Pro Mini. Let's discuss what that could mean for the Mac lineup. So because Apple is now transitioning to Apple Silicon based Macs, they can control the hardware and software alike. They can design their motherboards to be as big or as little as they choose. They can choose the Mac, they can decide how upgradable or non-upgradable their Macs are, which allows for unlimited customizabilities. So, why does this mean we'll get a Mac Pro Mini? Well, for starters, it means the Mac Pro can be smaller because the logic board doesn't have to be as big, because they can offer non-upgradable components. CPU doesn't have to be upgradable, so they can custom design that. CPU doesn't necessarily need a heatsink either, which is great for heat dissipation and the size of the machine. Also, the Mac Pro wouldn't need a dedicated discrete graphics. It wouldn't. It could run off integrated graphics because that could be built into the CPU. The same as what would happen if you took Intel graphics and you gave them a big boost with Nvidia's side of stuff. Now, let's talk about design. Because all these components are smaller and there's less upgradability, which I know, whole point of Mac Pro is to make it customizable, but no. They could make it smaller, more compact, better airflow. Custom designed software and hardware to work together. They don't need to rely on Intel Xeon based processors anymore. They can use their own onboard SoCs, which they're going to be doing. Also, what makes this brilliant is because for the longest time now, Apple has had to use ECC RAM, error correcting memory, which means, like most, the RAM is going to be hugely expensive because of that error correcting factor. What if you didn't have that error correcting feature? Sure, it's great, but it only really works for servers. What if they could use regular RAM? That is why I believe Mac Pro could be made smaller. They could make the power supply smaller, compress all the components into it, and that's how